Onyxcoin XCN is at a turning point here in terms of its price action. I'm talking about on the daily time frame here, and especially after the FOMC meeting we had yesterday, which affects the stock market, the S&P 500, which has made a massive U-turn, along with Bitcoin. Okay, I thought it was gonna dump after yesterday's meeting, but quite a bit of volatility, quite a bit of recovery for Bitcoin, which also means it's good for the altcoins because Bitcoin is still the driver of this market. Now, what I'm seeing for XCN here, Onyx Coin, is that it is at a turning point here. It's very important for Onyx Coin to break out of this upper trend line because if it doesn't, it could be more. It could be in for a more downside and develop a falling wedge pattern here, something looking more like this, and possibly retest that upper trend line of that falling wedge it has actually broke out of. If you guys been following my channel, you guys know that it's nothing new that I'm talking about here. I've talked about this falling wedge pattern that XCN has broke out of. Price target still valid. It's gonna be about just right above 2.5 cents there. Okay. It hasn't hit that quite yet, but this breakout is still valid because the price action is still above this upper trend line. Right? It could still come back to retest this upper trend line here of this falling wedge pattern. That is not uncommon to see. Now, if we actually zoom in here a little bit, right, on this 4 hour time frame, there could be a potential double bottom scenario with bullish divergence, something to be keeping an eye out on because this 4 hour candle still got about over 2 hours to go. Could this still dump? Yes, it could, right? So it's very important to be paying attention to Onyx Coin and see if it actually breaks out of this upward trend line and go towards that price target of about 2.5 cents. Now, price targets are estimates only. There could be more and there could be less. A lot of it depends on the markets. I am still bullish on the crypto markets. I am long on Bitcoin and quite a bit of the altcoins here, but that is just my opinion, not financial advice. And a lot of this is going to depend on what happens with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin starts dumping right now, that is not going to be good for the altcoins, and these setups are going to be pretty useless. Okay. So if you guys want to check out my Bitcoin video that I just did earlier today, make sure to check that out. I dive into much more details into what I think you guys should know about the driver of this crypto market. All right, so this is basically what I'm seeing so far for XCN, and we can even take a look into a smaller time frame here and see what could be happening, right? Smaller time frame here, there could still be bullish divergence on this hourly time frame, possible double bottom pattern, okay? But very important for XCN to break out of this upper trend line. Even if we come to the 12-hour time frame, there could be a potential double bottom here as well. But so double bottoms usually break to the upside, okay? But if it doesn't, then there's always that downside risk, okay? In this case, it could form a falling wedge pattern. If it does, then XCN could be looking at a price target of about, you basically measure the opening or from top to the bottom of the pattern, and that will give you a price target to about 2 cents price target for XCN if it breaks out of this double bottom pattern. If it doesn't, falling wedge pattern more likely. So this is basically what I'm seeing right now. I think it's going to be a something to be watching for Onyx Coin. If you guys want to continue seeing more of Onyx Coin, make sure to drop a like, comment, subscribe, or let me know if you guys want to see any other coins in this market. And I'll see you on the next one.